Hello students, in this video we will be discussing presentation layer, session layer and application layers. In the previous class we discussed the OSI reference model, in which we saw that there are 7 layers, out of which we discussed physical layer, data link layer, network layer, transport layer in the previous videos. In this lectures we will be discussing session layer, presentation layer and application layer. Let us discuss the first session layer. It establishes connection, authenticate the user account at the sending and receiving computer. I want to do some railway ticket through IRTC website. So then I have to first log in. After logging in, the IRCTC server will authenticate me and then will provide me certain features which I can exercise and do the booking of the tickets. So those things can be done by the session layer. Then once the things are done, all my ticketing or other things, whatever I have to do, that is over, then the connection will be terminated. That is also taken care by the session layer. It also maintains the connection by determining the type of communication that will take place. We know it can be half duplex communication, it can be full duplex. So that will be also determined by the session layer. It also provides synchronization at checkpoints. What is the meaning of this? Let us take one example. Suppose I'm download. This is my some client, and is requesting to a server to download a 5,000 page book. Okay, so when it is downloading, one after another pages will be, when it is downloading one page, the next page will be getting downloaded. So what will happen, assume when I am downloading it, so after 500 pages it will put a mark that yes, I have downloaded up to 500, then 1000 it can put one more mark, and so on. It will continue to put marks. So what will happen in case after 2700 pages, because of some reason the connection is lost? In such case, what will happen, my based on mark, it will understand that when I shall resume my downloading, it will understand that, oh, I have already completed up to 2500. Now I should start from 2500 onward, not from the beginning. So for that purpose, this synchronization is done. So synchronization are checkpoints, so that in between, in the intermediate points, some checkpoints are added, so that in case of any link failure, we don't have to go to the beginning, we can start from that checkpoint. Presentation layer. Different computers use different encoding schemes. Presentation layer is responsible for interoperability between these different encoding methods. For example, you can see here, we can have a PC which uses one format, Unix system uses another format, AS400 server uses another format, mainframe also use different format. So all these encoding schemes are translated in standard format so that they can communicate with each other and all can exist on the same network. Another function of presentation layer is encryption. So for security purpose, original information is transformed to some other format at transmitter, that is called as the encryption, and at the receiver side, the reverse process takes place, that is called the decryption. So encryption and decryption are also part of presentation layer. Another thing is the compression. When we want to transmit through the network, it is always advisable to use less bandwidth. For that purpose, what presentation layer will do, it will compress the data what is need to be transmitted. So image, videos, those things are compressed and transmitted through the communication network, so that less bandwidth will be required. Okay, next we'll move to the application layer. This layer provides user interface to the network and supports service like mail service, file transfer and access, remote login, accessing World Wide Web, and various other functions. So there are many application layer functions which we will discuss detail in coming classes. So here user interacts with this application layers. So application layer adds some header, H5, then it gives to the lower layer, that is the transport layer, and so on. And the receiver side, this data is received along with the header. So this application layer understands what purpose this data is and gives it to the specific application which it can understand. So let us discuss the OSI reference model and TCP/IP model. This is the OSI reference model and the right side is the TCP/IP model. You can see for the physical layer, the data link layer, and network layer, these are same as transport layer, these are the same as OSI reference model. The top three layers, that is the application, session and presentation and session, all these three are combined to give the name as the application layer in case of TCP/IP model. Encapsulation, decapsulation. Let us take an example of data transfer through TCP/IP network model. Here a user is there who is interacting with the application layer. So the application layer data is coming here, is given as data, which is given to the transport layer. The transport layer job is to provide reliable process to process message delivery. So this data is a message. Now this that message cannot be transmitted as it is. So it is broken into two packets. So we can say that this is data 1 and data 2. Along with that, it adds port address J and K to indicate the port address, source port address and destination port address. After that, it is given to the network layer, which job is to move packets from source to destination. For that, it adds a logical address. So you can see here. So along with that, it adds AP as the source and destination address, and both the packets are part of the message, single message, which will be going to the same destination. That is why the source and destination addresses or the logical address are same for both the packets. Then that is given to the next layer is the data link layer, which job is to organize bits into frames and to provide hop-to-hop delivery. So for that purpose, it adds header as well as trailer for framing purpose, and also it adds physical address. Then this is given to the physical layer, which transmits bits over the medium to provide electrical and mechanical specifications. So this data is converted into some binary formats and is transmitted through the internet in the specific electrical or optical or electromagnetic waveform, depending on what is the medium. And at the receiver end, it will be received, and the same process takes place so that the receiver P can receive the data, whatever is transmitted by A. So this is all about the basics of the functions of each of the layers. In the last 3 lectures, we discussed all 7 layers functions. Those who have not watched that, please watch them so that it will be clear to all of you. In more details, we will discuss throughout this course in coming lectures. Thank you.